Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to online classes of Iqra Hufaz Secondary Schools, our project of Iqra Education System. This is the video lecture on Grammar Topic 1, Revision of Tenses. In this lecture, I will give you brief review of tenses you have already studied in earlier classes. Before going through tenses, let us take a look at the elements of sentence. As you can see on the board in front of you, there are three elements of sentence: subject, verb, and object or complement. Let's take a look at subject, verb, object and complement individually, that how they work in a sentence. Before I explain you what subject is, you may tell me, what do you understand by the word subject? Every one of you is invited to think. Yes. Do you think subject here on the board is the same subject what you study in your schools? For instance, English, mathematics, Urdu, science, and so on and so forth. No, my brothers, this is not that subject which you study. This is a subject of English and this is an element of a sentence. And now I'm going to tell you what subject is and how it works in a sentence. The doer of action, a verb. The first definition of the subject, the doer of action of verb means whatever action takes place in the verb of a sentence is performed by either somebody or something. So that somebody or something that performs that action of verb is called subject. And the second definition is who or what is being talked about. In simple words, when somebody says a sentence, you can understand that who that somebody is talking about. For example, in example number 1, the first definition of subject is illustrated. Ahmed plays cricket. You may look at this example number 1 and tell me the action of verb in this sentence. Yes, you are right. Play is the action in this sentence. Now you may tell me again who performs the action of play in this sentence. Yes, very right, Ahmed. Ahmed is the doer of play in this sentence. Now, example number 2 for definition number 2 of subject. If I say Ahmed is a good player, tell me who I am talking about. Yes, right. I am talking about Ahmed. I am giving information about Ahmed. In both sentences, the position of subject, in simple words, doer, is at the beginning in the sentence. Yes. Subject usually comes at the beginning of a sentence. Let's understand the second element of sentence, which is verb. Verb is an integral part of a sentence. Do you know how many languages are spoken in the world? Did you say 20? Oh, I heard somebody say it 100. Okay, let me tell you.
There are thousands of languages spoken in the world, including international, national, and regional languages. For your information, in all the languages, a sentence is incomplete without verb. So now you know how important verb is. Let's understand this important element of sentence in detail. You can look at the board. Verb has two main branches: auxiliary verb and main verb. Auxiliary verb is also called helping verb, and it comes before the main verb. It helps us to know the time of action. For example, I have written a sentence on the board. You cannot tell me the time of action in this sentence, and you cannot tell me whether it is present tense, past tense, or future tense unless or until I use the specific auxiliary verb in this sentence. Now look at the board again. I have used auxiliary verb in the blank. Now the sentence is, we are taking class. Can you tell me whether it is present tense, past tense, or future tense? Sorry, speak loudly. Oh, somebody said present tense. Yes. How did we know this is present tense? Yes, are. The usage of are as auxiliary verb in this sentence is telling us this sentence belongs to present tense. Now look at the board again. What is the difference between the previous sentence and this sentence? Yes, the difference of auxiliary verb. First I used are as auxiliary verb, and now I have used were as auxiliary verb here. And now this sentence belongs to past. It's no more of present. Why? Yes, because of were as auxiliary verb. Oh, I changed the auxiliary verb again. Yes, now this time there is no are, there is no were, but a new auxiliary verb will be. We will be taking class. So my dear students, I am asking you again, what do you think this sentence belongs to? Present, past, or future? Yes, you are right. Now this is future tense. So you see the importance of auxiliary verb. Whenever there is a specific auxiliary verb, it tells us time of action. In simple words, the auxiliary verb tells us the sentence belongs to present, past, or future. Let's get back to the previous topic. So my brothers, as I told you, auxiliary verb tells us time of action. It has no meaning and no forms. On the other hand, the second branch of verb, which is main verb. Main verb has meanings and four forms: present form, past form, past participle form, and present participle form. Present form is also called first form. We can call past form the second form. We can call past participle form the third form. And we can call present participle the fourth form. And I have exemplified you. Let me focus on this. Yes, here you are. I have used the verb play in all the four forms here. Play itself is present form, which means first form. The past form or the second form of play is played. Third form or past participle form is played. And fourth form or present participle form is playing. So you know now every main verb has meanings and four forms: present form, past participle form, and present participle form. Then we have main verb. Yes, we call it main verb because without this verb, sentence is incomplete, as we discussed earlier. Main verb has meanings and four forms, as I exemplified you with play, played and playing. Play means to involve in physical or mental activity for fun and enjoyment. So play has four forms also. Clear? Some main verbs show movement. Verbs that show movement are called action verb. You can see on the board, I have written some verbs which show movement. For example, play, eat, drink, walk, speak. And some verbs show no movement. I have written some examples of such verbs which are called state verbs because there is no movement. There is a state or condition, physical state or mental state. Let's look at these examples. Love. There is no movement. I love my parents. I love my students. I'm doing no movement when I'm saying this, and when I'm even loving my students and parents. I hate. In this sentence, there is no movement. I like English. There is no movement. I dislike fast food. There is no movement. Same as the last example written on the board is think. When I think, I have no movement. I make no movement. I sit on the sofa or couch and I think. It means I am not making any movement. Yes, there is the mental state in this think. I hope you have clearly understood subject and verb. Let's discuss object and complement. Object is the receiver of action. It means somebody or something in a sentence that is affected by the action is called object. So any noun or pronoun in a sentence that receives an action of the verb is called object. I have exemplified you 3 examples on the board. Example number 1. Ahmed plays cricket. The action of play is affecting cricket. It means cricket is the receiver of action. Hence, cricket is object in this sentence. Example number 2. We take class. The action of taking is affecting class. So, class is the receiver of action. Hence, class is object in this sentence. Example number 3. You call me. Me is receiving the action of call. Hence, me is object in this sentence. The last element of sentence is complement. Complement means the word that completes a sentence in the absence of object. If there is no object in the sentence, then there will be complement to complete the sentence. I have exemplified you 2 sentences on the board. Example number 1, we are friends. The word friends is complement here. Why? Because there is no object in this sentence. So there was no object. Object was going somewhere. So he asked complement to come at his place. So the word friends is complement in this sentence because there is no object. Example number 2. Ahmed is a good player. A good player is also a complement. There is no object in this sentence. And the reason why? There are no objects in example number 1 and example number 2.
because we recently studied object is the receiver of action. Do you see any action in these two sentences? We are friends. Ahmed is a good player. In these two sentences, there is no action. When there is no action, there is no object. When there is no object, there is complement. So, I hope you have clearly understood that object comes after an action verb and complement usually comes after a state verb. I hope so far you people have understood elements of sentence under the heading of revision of tenses. My brothers, it was so important to explain you or revise you these elements of sentences because you will need subject, verb and object to make a sentence in all the 12 tenses. Now we will move on to second part of revision of tenses, and I will draw a chart on the board and I will show you there are 12 tenses, and in each tense which auxiliary verb we use and which main verb we use. So till then, take care of yourselves and see you in the second part of revision of tenses. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.